Hello, and welcome to Three Blocks Down podcast. We're glad you guys have joined us. This is just a podcast between three long-term friends, me, Toby, and boys, want to introduce yourselves?
It's me, Thomas. Super excited for this episode.
And Jacob, otherwise known as Panda.
The Panda Man. Yeah, so we're going to start this episode off with just a little bit of small talk before we get into our main topic, which is going to be Would You Rather?
I just got accepted into my school's machining summer program, which is like super intensive, and we learn like all the hardest machining. I'm gonna be adding to my knowledge of a fourth and fifth axis, which is a bunch of like curved and diagonal paths around my part, which can turn into some really got a Iron Man helmet running on our 5-axis machine right now for a demonstration coming up. So my teacher's been like roughing it out, and it's you can watch as the part holder like twists and turns around the tool, and it's super cool to watch.
I didn't know there was 5 axes. Bro's programming
Yeah.
in the 5th dimension. What?
Well, I don't like I'm not too sure what it entails, but it's got something to do with like vectors, and so like the diagonal offshoots of like I don't even know how to explain it. It's so hard to explain it without like a visual representation, but it twists and turns around the tool, and so it takes like the tool geometry, and you can like designate spots on the tool for it to use as it moves around the part. So if there's like a fine corner that you want to get into, you could put it on like the bottom half of the tool, and it'll use just that point to hit that corner. But then let's say you've got like a rounded edge, you could use like the top quarter portion. Like if we were to split the top half in half again, perpendicular wise, uh, you could use like a certain section of another tool of that tool to hit that surface. It's like I said, it's super hard to explain without a visual representation, but I'm so hyped for it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
you lost. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking get you. I'm gonna get you. Anyways, you lost me a little bit when you started talking about fucking perpendicular cylinders, but I think I got most of what you're saying there.
I
It's
don't, I
it's
don't think I ever said cylinders, but okay.
you okay, maybe you lost me a little earlier then. But anyways, still cool that you got accepted into that. I understand that part. I know that's awesome.
yeah,
That's great.
that's a huge step in your career, especially.
It's gonna be super nice because there's only like 10 of us doing it, and out of like 36 potential applicants, only 10 of us are going. Now, granted, that's because only 10 of us applied, but it'll be super nice to get a lot more one-on-one teaching instead of trying to shuffle your way through a group of people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is it something I assume it's something you have to pay for? Is it like a
Yeah.
normal summer
So
course type thing?
yeah, it's a normal summer course, but it counts as like, depending on how you use your credits, it counts as like a year. Uh, it counts as like a semester and a half for a third year. So you could get like a
Ooh.
bachelor's in like a semester or another year.
Ooh, okay. Okay. My boy out here grinding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but it's also just another really nice certificate to have when I go and pick somewhere to work. Because if they see that I have that, they can be like, oh, we could start training him on the more complex machinery faster than we would somebody who who doesn't have these qualifications.
I think about stuff like that sometime, and I'm like, I got to get all these certificates and make sure that like I'm so qualified for my job.
Right.
But like not even like just because of my job, but just because of my understanding of how life works. The whole time I'm trying to do all this stuff and make myself as like perfect a candidate as possible for my future career. I'm like, there's definitely like an 80% chance that I'm gonna only use this degree for like 2 years. Like I don't want
Yeah.
that to happen, but I just like it probably this effort is gonna be I won't say useless, but maybe not as practical as we'd hope. Anyways, aside from the impending doom of college and career choices, Jacob, you have any interesting life stories recently? I better be entertained.
For that, though, I was going to add to the degree thing. I completely agree with that. I got a business degree, and I am a full time business owner, and I feel like I use probably 5 of the classes in total in real life situations. So,
Yeah, especially that's something I have friends and family who've done or are doing business degrees, and especially for business because it's such a broad degree. I
yeah.
really feel like that's something where it really fails a lot of the time. Luckily, I'm in a very specific degree. I won't say exactly what, but I literally have like 3 jobs that I could pick from after I graduate. So I guess that's less of a problem for me.
This week has definitely been a busy week for me. I accidentally overbooked myself with details, but that's okay. Next week, I will definitely make sure I at least have one day off. But one fun thing, though, during my week was I was invited to a YouTube creator event. So I got to meet creators, unlimited food, unlimited drinks. It was a great time. Met a lot of huge YouTubers, so I absorbed their knowledge. They absorbed mine. It was just a great time in general. So I loved that. That was like one of the main highlights of the week so far.
Yeah.
A lot of absorbing going on. That's always good. That's always
Mm-hmm.
nice.
So was this just like a social get together, or did they actually like do like a presentation?
So it
I
was
think I asked you that already before we started, but
it was kind of like a mixture. At the beginning, they kind of did like a mini presentation, kind of just saying like what the event is made for. After that, it was mainly just walk around, meet all the other creators, and this was all local, so it was made to kind of find local creators. And I honestly, in the state that we live in, I didn't expect any like huge creators to live there, but there's a good amount in our state that have millions of subs on YouTube and do it full time.
that's crazy.
Okay. Well, my week kind of more similar to Thomas's. I didn't get invited to any cool creator club. I guess I'm not really known in these streets like that. The whole no uploads for like 2.5 years will do that to you. Um,
What?
but it's been a good week. It's been pretty chill. It's kind of the calm before the storm that is finals. Um, but avoiding that topic because I don't want to trigger anybody who's listening. Um, it was a really good week. I just started a new campaign. A buddy got me like a D&D campaign book, and it sat on my shelf for like a year, and I finally busted it out and finally using it, and it's been really fun. It was with some buddies who'd never played D&D before as well, and so I was a little nervous. I was like, I don't know, these dudes, like half of what we do is sit and watch sports. Like I don't know how into D&D they're gonna be. We finished the first campaign, and literally like within 2 hours of us finishing, my buddy already messaged me and was like, "Yo, you trying to run this back later this week?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So we've literally already had 3 sessions from Monday to today. So
Yeah,
we
dude.
we've been busy. It's been a really fun time. Sounds like we've all had a pretty good week. Sounds like we've all had
Mm-hmm.
positive notes on our week. So that seems like a nice little succinct place to end it. Let's move on to our main topic. Would you
Oh my
rather?
gosh.
Okay, I feel like we're all familiar with Would You Rather, so I'm just gonna
Mhm.
jump into some. I am unabashedly stealing these. I did not come up with any of these on my own because I am actually an unfunny parasite. Okay, we're gonna start off with a fairly normal one, I guess. Would you rather feel no emotions or you can't taste any food?
I
See,
would
this
go.
one's tough for me.
I would go with can't taste any food because what's the point of tasting something if you're gonna have no emotion about it? Like I don't want a nice juicy ribeye steak and it could taste good, but it tasting good is emotion, so it'd still be like
Wow,
nothing
dude.
to you. So
That's like the best part about being fat. I can enjoy food. I can enjoy the taste. and then I can express my emotions about the taste. But if I can't do either one, I can't have one without the other.
What's the point of living?
Honestly, is there a third option to,
Yeah, can we
you
run this
know, just
back?
punch a kid or something like that?
Okay.
Bro.
we.
Oh God.
Oh my
Well,
god.
aside from that, I will say I do. I kind of agree with. I kind of agree with Jacob's logic because, like, trust me, I love food. Probably almost have an unhealthy relationship with food. I love it so much.
Oh,
But,
yes.
no emotions. Like, bro, food's good, but like, no emotions. Period. There's a lot more to life than just food. I think I'm gonna have to go with emotions on that. That's pretty succinct for me.
Okay, okay. I'm glad we can agree. Thomas went a little off the tracks
I'll
there, but
uh
I'm glad we can
I'll
agree.
I'll I'll go with no flavor.
Okay, okay. Look at that. It's like we grew up together or something.
Would you rather be your own original character, like in a story or something like that, or would you rather be your favorite character from any piece of media and why?
I would I would completely be someone else's character, and I would go with. Now, this could sound miserable for a lot of gamers out there, but I would go with Master Chief. I just want
Ooh.
a second of feeling like that legend who saves the Reen, which is their planet for everyone who doesn't know Halo, who is pretty much 8 feet tall, can defeat any monster he fights. That would be amazing. And he travels through space 24/7. I personally love space.
Which is true. Now I'm second guessing my choice. Fuck. Because there are so many good characters in media. But
See, like,
honestly, I'm gonna
hmm.
have to go with fucking Batman, dude.
You guys are both signing
No.
yourselves up for a lot of trauma. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
Okay, all right,
both
all
of
right,
you
all right, all right.
chose some deadly Batman, especially depending on whether you follow like the comics and which comics. It's really messed up with Batman. That dude
Yeah.
goes through some shit. He loses a couple Robins and none of it is good.
I just wanted a dope ass car.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna make me sound so contrived, but low key, I might have to do my own story, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like an optimist here, but every life has its story, and I mean, shit. I've enjoyed my story, so I want to see where this shit goes. As much as like being like it would be really cool to be in like the Lord of the Rings or I don't know some cool other story like that. C'est la vie. It's life. You gotta live it. Would you rather be stalked 24/7 or beat up weekly?
Shit.
So
How
would you rather
how beat up are we
be
talking?
stalked constantly? Like dude is always following you, cannot escape them ever. Or you literally get like just a gang, just a mob
Oh,
beating you
fuck.
up every single week.
I'm I really
Shit.
like my personal space and my personal times. So I would have to go with getting beat up once a week because there's nothing in there about any rules where what you can do to the games that's beating you up.
Okay. I think I don't know, the physical trauma of getting beat up is really what concerns me. Um, but also the mental trauma of being stalked sounds really terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I'm gonna also have to do. You know what? I'm gonna do stalker. I'm gonna do stalker because you know what? I'm a people person. I feel like I can befriend the stalker and turn him into a normal figure of society, or at least maybe convince him not to stalk me 24/7. Maybe like 3 days out of the week.
I'm gonna have to go with the beating up because I feel like if I could put up a fight enough, maybe it's like a timed thing where it's only for a couple minutes. So if I could just like hold my own for a couple minutes.
Okay. Okay. I like all those. I like all those answers.
Toby would be someone though that would friend his stalker. Like, hey man, you want to come in? We can watch a movie together.
I mean, shit, if you just got to stand outside and watch through the window, you might as well come in.
Would you rather have forks for fingers or wheels for feet?
I think wheels for feet, right? Because, like, forks
Yeah.
for fingers, bro, you just can't use your fingers,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Like,
wheels.
wheels for feet, I could just, if I get, like, the front half of a scooter, I could just steer myself around and zoom. Or damn near, you could probably just learn to, like, rollerblade
I mean,
eventually, and you could just start flying.
we already had
Yeah,
those as a
but
kid. Like
like,
our generation grew up with those wheelie shoes.
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah,
No, get a pair of
yeah,
shoes that goes like around your wheel and then it just looks like you're wearing wheelies.
Yeah.
but like,
Like heelies,
think
heelies,
about like
heelies.
being in the shower or trying to go to the bathroom, and you try to get out of the shower and you're all wet and you slip and just bust your ass because you got wheels for feet.
That's why you get a walk-in
Okay.
shower, but also imagine trying to clean yourself with forks scraping up and down your body as you're trying to wash.
Well, I mean, you could like drape the towel over the non-prong end of the fork.
Okay, but then you have no fingers. Like you could also just like put a literal like master lock around the spokes of your wheels and then you just have like you basically have like prosthetic legs. Like I feel like that'd be way easier to deal with than just no opposable thumb or fingers or
Yeah.
movement of the wrist. You just have you're like a fucking pirate with that hook on her hand.
I don't know, man. I feel like I could make do with forks for fingers.
Okay, okay, I respect your
Yeah,
answer. I
yeah,
respect
yeah.
your answer. I'm just personally, I feel like the wheels would be way easier.
Same with the wheels. Yeah.
Would you rather change genders every time you sneeze or not be able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby?
Like a
Yeah.
food, like like a muffin.
Like when you look at a muffin store, it looks like it's just a bunch of babies laying there.
Oh.
Oh,
Can't tell the difference.
Oh.
Or I guess either
That's kind of
vice
creepy.
versa. Some reason they just look the same to you. You can't tell.
what was the first option?
Change genders every time you sneeze.
Oh, I
Ah.
don't eat muffins on the regular, but I'm also not one to sneeze on the regular.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how often do I see muffins, but also how often do I sneeze?
How
Okay,
often do I
okay.
want to
Well,
eat
let's
muffins, though? I think that's
let's
a good
edit it
question.
slightly because I also don't eat muffins. I feel like that doesn't apply to us very well. Okay, how about you can't tell the difference between a bag of chips and a baby?
Oh,
Oh, God.
fuck.
Alright, I'm going with the
This is so much
sneezes.
harder.
I.
Okay. Does does the tool downstairs change, or is it just like I'm assuming it's like a full-on switch, just snap of your fingers, you're the other side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like the full spectrum. So you switch between like
Like a full
man,
transformation.
woman, intersex. Like you switch between all the different things. Gender fluid? Question mark. I don't know if you would physically change, but I guess your feelings would change.
What if you sneeze, but then you don't sneeze for a while after that, and you go from man to woman, and then like kind of weird topic to add to it, but how would a period work? Like, would you still get your period
Oh,
and
you're
then
like,
go through that pain?
oh no, you're in like the middle of a test and you
Yeah,
sneeze
and
and you
you
change
sneeze.
genders and it's during your period. You just literally sneeze so hard you are having a period cramp now. Oh
I
no,
would.
that would be terrible.
I would personally say yes. Like, I picture it as like magic. Like, it is a full on, in that second, like a full on change.
I mean, if there's any period to have that ability though and be accepted, it's now, but like also comma, I've maintained that I empathize with the pain that comes along with period and period
Mm-hmm.
cramps
Yeah.
and also a lot of the issues that women deal with. And personally, I don't want to deal with that. Sorry, ladies. I empathize too much. I never want to experience any of that ever. I
I think
respect your struggle way too much, and also I'm a coward. So I think I'm gonna
I'm gonna have
go
to go
the
with the
babies
second
and the
option.
chips.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go babies and
Ooh,
chips.
I
I'm the
just,
oddball out.
women, you're more strong than I am.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Been all of us.
If they need something, if my girlfriend needs something, I'm out there getting it.
I mean, I will say, as far as the experience itself, they have like those electrode things that can
Yeah.
simulate the pain of a
Yeah.
cramp. So it's out there if you're really curious, buddy.
So, going even deeper into this question though, your chip bags are now gonna look like babies. So are you eating like chips out of a baby's mouth or something? Like how weird is that gonna be for you guys?
Yeah, but I feel like you're gonna know when you see which ones are chips as well. Like I don't know. Like that's also an interesting turn to it, Jacob.
I
Where would you
mean,
grab the chips from? I feel like you just
I
have to
feel
get
like
used to it, you know?
I feel like I would just stop eating chips. Like I feel like I
Yeah.
would just make that an excuse to be healthier and just stop eating
Yeah,
chips.
that's
Because
true.
why take the risk? I'm gonna think I'm tearing open the bag of a chip, and I'm actually just like splitting a child's skull in half.
Oh my
Like
Oh
god.
that doesn't
God.
seem like a worthwhile trade-off.
Oh my god.
Would you rather fight one adult size child or 10 child sized adults? Like I'm talking like like however tall a 5-year old is, or like to 7 type deal, you know?
I would easily go with the adult-sized child, since I would
Okay.
assume like their brain pretty much just transfers to that body, so they don't
Right, but
really
they also
understand.
have like the average strength of an adult, whereas the child-sized adults have the average strength of a child
But
type, or however you would gauge that.
what I was gonna say is, with the child, he will have the strength, but he's not gonna have the thought process of how to properly move his body. And so all you have to do is just to
True.
be able to like grab him, maybe just full on bear hug him, or just get him on the ground. Like you don't really have to actually hurt that child. Like you just have to kind of control him.
So what I'm hearing is you
Right.
just want to hit children. I think I would do the child-sized adults just because. I mean, how can what age of child are we talking about here?
Like 7, 8, like 3'6",
Yeah,
could
I
you
think
beat
I'm
the
gonna
fuck
have
out
to
of 10 of
take
them?
the child-sized adults because don't underestimate children. Children might not have a lot of skill, but you know what they do have? Passion. Have you ever seen a 7 or an 8-year-old get in a fight? They put their life and soul on the line, and I'm not trying to get in
True.
front of that. So I think I'm gonna go with the child-sized adults.
If we're going with 7 or 8-year-olds, I may switch with the child-sized adults. But originally, Thomas did say 5-year-olds.
I was just trying, like, I don't know if that's still a toddler or not. I don't know when that cutoff is.
Would you
Uh,
rather have hair for teeth or teeth for
Oh,
hair?
fuck,
I
dude.
think I think I've got to go teeth for hair. I think just
Do you
because like,
still get the same nerves that you would do in your mouth?
but you wouldn't be able to chew anything, and that
yeah,
as a sensory eater sounds horrible. I hate the feeling of having hair in my mouth.
and like,
So yeah, I'm a definitely have to go teeth for hair. That sounds terrible.
I was also gonna go with teeth for hair because I always have an ick for wet hair, and you're still gonna have saliva, and I can see myself absolutely hating that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, ew.
Yeah, yeah.
That just sounds so terrible to me.
Sorry for ruining your day now. That it's awful, awful picture.
I don't like this picture.
And you get to keep it afterwards. Would you rather shit a brick of gold or pass a diamond like a kidney stone?
Oh my god.
And the diamond would be of equal value to the gold.
Okay.
I see.
So it's all about feeling. No extra money or anything.
Yeah,
You said it's an emerald?
Diamond.
just diamond, just some type of jewel. The specific doesn't
Okay.
matter, but you have to pick One of them holes getting ruined.
I would go. Oh gosh, I think I would have to go diamond, just because to equal like a diamond's worth, you have to have a pretty good sized brick of gold come out.
Yeah. I'm a now. Okay, now when we say past the stone, like naturally, or could I go have it removed
Nah,
and
nah,
passed
nah, nah,
surgically?
nah,
You
nah,
gotta
nah,
go
nah, nah,
Okay,
natural.
nah.
okay, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
you gotta
I
work that thing out.
I will go for the diamond because I feel like getting your asshole torn open would be a worse feeling than
God,
passing a
yeah.
stone. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to be the contrarian again and say the brick of gold because listen, here's my logic. Here's my logic. That thing is meant to stretch to some degree. All right, try not to get too graphic. That thing's meant to be able to pass things. Your
Damn, now
dick
you got
is
me second
not.
guessing. Fuck.
Very specific things that are supposed to come out of that, and neither of them are diamond shaped or diamond sized. So that's gonna be a hard pass for me. I'm doing the gold for sure.
Damn.
that's a good point.
Fuck.
It's made for that kind of
Now
stuff.
you got me rethinking. Shit.
But if like, even if we're going for like a piece of diamond, all right. Let's just say let's go with like 3 carat 3 carat diamond. That's not too big, and that's at least a couple $1,000s. A couple $1,000s of gold. I picture it being a pretty good size still.
I think you might be overvaluing diamonds a little bit. I think I mean, it would still obviously be a larger piece of gold, probably, but I don't think it would be that dramatic. Now we're getting scientific.
I mean,
Okay,
we
Okay.
got it.
I think I'm gonna switch my answer. I think I'm gonna go with the gold.
okay. A 1 carat diamond is about 8,400. Okay, what?
A
How
carat of
much does a
gold.
carat weigh? All right, a
Just
carat
remember
weighs.
the more carat you get, the less gold there is.
So carat weighs zero point 0.2 grams. Okay, the correct answer is the value of zero point 0.2 grams of gold would be $20.
Oh fuck.
So it
Okay.
said 1 carat
Hmm.
was 8,000. So let's see.
Okay, so here is 1 gram of gold that I searched up, and if we're passing that, that is easy money. I would have to switch, but without the knowledge of the size, I would go with the diamond. But with the knowledge that we have now, easily the gold.
Okay, according to this, $8,400 worth of gold would weigh about 2.5 troy ounces.
So would you rather commit a heinous crime and you get sent to prison for it, but that crime would never be committed ever again by anybody, wouldn't even cross their minds? Or would you rather get wrongfully sentenced to a crime you didn't commit, but you would be released uh like 20 years later? And I'm like, for the first option, I'm talking like life in prison, like heinous crimes.
So either way, the first option, you're most likely gonna be in prison the rest of your life.
Yeah.
The second
But
option,
that crime would never be committed ever again.
the second option, you're at least losing 20 years of life and the respect that people have for you.
Right.
The I would go with the first option because I would still be in prison, and then that helps the world with how much that's going on. I would personally rather be stuck in a room and be happy with myself with the final outcome, not what I did, but with the final outcome
Right.
out of it, than be stuck in
Good
a
wording,
room.
good wording.
Save myself there, uh, because like if you get sent to prison and you didn't do the crime, you're sitting there for 20 years for no reason. You're eating at your mental health. Your physical health is going to slowly degrade. And you're around others in a prison that probably don't really match your personality.
Yeah.
See, my thinking on this kind of aligns with Jacob's, but it's unsurprisingly, as usual, a bit more to an extreme degree. Now, there's obviously going to be moral and ethic struggles with this that I'm personally thinking about right now. I don't know
Yeah.
what I would be able to do, but my thinking is if I'm going to do this crime and I'm going to serve the time for it, and it's probably going to be a lot of time because there are some bad crimes that shouldn't happen anymore. Um, I'm just gonna pull a fucking GTA and just try to knock out as many as I can. Like I'm gonna be just like running up and punching people in the street, jumping back in my car, drinking and driving, crashing into a building, doing a hit and run. Like I'm literally just gonna be pulling GTA, and everyone's gonna think that I'm a horrible, awful person. But comma, it's for the greater good, and eventually they'll understand that. And you know what? I can survive life in prison for that.
I would be inclined to agree. I would definitely knock as many as I could out.
What you eating?
Okay.
Gobert.
I, I can hear you smacking.
My bad, gang.
That's got to make
I've got
podcast
another
now.
one. Would you rather lose all your memories or never make new ones?
Oh,
Oh,
Like,
that one's
Like
awful.
completely blank slate, or you just keep the ones that you have so far, but you can't make new ones.
I would go with unfortunately lose my memories because then I can make new ones, and the people that are in my life right now can slowly like bring me to at least let me know that I know them and how close we are. So I think I would go that way since people could at least help you recover a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with him on that. Just because, like, I mean, me personally, I plan on living a lot more life, a lot more than I've already lived. So just by math, at this point, I would rather lose all my memories and just have to do a hard reboot because I see myself making very similar connections and decisions and memories. So
I don't know. I don't know which one I would really pick because I feel like I'd have good reasons to choose either one. Because like for me, it's all about like a lot of memories have shaped the way my personality is, and so if I'm meant to grow more in life, if I can't make new memories, then how am I supposed to grow as a person? But then I'd be worried that if I took a blank slate, I'd lose the personality that I have, and I like the personality that I have. So it's a very very big dilemma. I think I'd have to choose the lesser of the two evils here and go with um the not make new memories. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the lesser of the two.
So how would you think life would be? Like
Well,
you
because I wouldn't remember you guys. Like we wouldn't have this podcast. We wouldn't have our friendship, and we're all about friendship.
but then you'd
But if
tell the
I
same story on every single podcast.
true,
Yeah, how could we have you as a co-host then? Like
yeah, I didn't think about that. Damn it.
Nah,
Exactly.
on a real
Yeah.
note though, like
Ah,
if you can't remember anything you're living through, like you're still living your life, you're still doing things, you just
yeah.
can't remember what happened like the day before or anything.
I don't know. This is a hard one. I don't know why I picked that one. I forget that I also have to answer, and I just like listening to other people answer questions.
Last would you rather for the episode, would you rather have all your dreams live streamed on social media, or would you rather have your most embarrassing moments go viral on social media?
I don't know, dude. I've had some whack ass dreams before.
I
See,
would
this is difficult
Whack
because,
ass
like,
dreams.
you have no control over your dreams. Like, I've had
yeah.
some fucked up, weird dreams before that, but also embarrassing moments is so tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you can grow and like get past your embarrassing moments, even if they suck. The fact that they go viral really blows. But also, I don't know. Well, that's the thing. If it's live streaming the dreams, it didn't say it goes viral. I'm assuming
Exactly.
it's probably like same amount of popularity for the sake of the hypothetical.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do the embarrassing moments just because that feels like the lesser of two evils. I feel like I can get over that better than I just my stream of consciousness does not need to be live.
Yeah, I
Although
don't.
part of me feels like you would get banned pretty fast from TOS, though.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah. I also don't like the idea of not being able to control my dreams unless I go to like
That's
a
true.
trainer or do some like meditation to try to control them. But even then, like you don't know what's gonna happen. So I would also go with the embarrassing moments, especially because in today's world, so many people have used their embarrassing moments to go viral and then just use
Yeah.
that to make content creation like their full-time job, and that just seems so fun. So I would have to go embarrassing moments because like I don't even like to this day, I don't remember a huge embarrassing moment for me. I know I've had like a good amount of them, but they've left my brain. I blocked them
Drama.
out. Yeah, so much trauma. I blocked it out. So I could probably block it out from social media at some point.
This is fair. I think I'm gonna go with the embarrassing moments as well. Definitely the lesser of the two evils on this one.
Yeah, yeah. Just like that, episode 2 of Three Blocks Down is coming to an end.
Oh, it is a sad, sad time. But hey, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Definitely gonna have some cool things to talk about.
Every video creator's got to throw this in there at the end. If there's a would you rather that you disagreed with us, or you have some opinions on, or even if you have a would you rather you want us to use in a future video, please let us know. We love any type of comments. We just the attention. It's great for our egos.
Yeah.
So, anyways, be sure to give us 5 stars, like, subscribe. You know all the details, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
See ya.